two starving and desperate mothers glance at each other in the shadowy streets of Samaria. In whispers, they make a macabre pact forged in the darkness of hunger. Today your child, tomorrow mine. This is the prelude to one of the most sinister and disturbing episodes in the Bible, a tale of absolute horror and despair. Samaria was plunged into an endless nightmare. The relentless army of Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, had besieged the city, cutting off all supplies. Hunger gnawed at the souls of the inhabitants, turning the fight for survival into a daily hell. Food prices soared to absurd levels. Even dove's dung was sold like gold. Amid this chaos, two women made a diabolical agreement. They decided that to survive, they would sacrifice their own children. The first mother relented, and they cooked and devoured her child. But when it was the second mother's turn, in an act of desperation, she hid her child, breaking the grim pact. Desperate and betrayed, the first mother took her case to the king of Israel, pleading for justice and mercy. Then a woman said to the king, "Help me, O king, my lord." This woman said to me, "Give your son, so we may eat him today, and tomorrow we'll eat my son." So we cooked my son and ate him. But the next day I said to her, "Give your son, so we may eat him," but she had hidden her son. Hearing this, the king of Israel was overcome with overwhelming sadness. He tore his clothes in mourning, revealing the sackcloth he wore underneath, a symbol of his anguish and penance before the horror that plagued his city. The king's despair led him to blame the prophet Elisha for the siege and famine, vowing to kill him. The city was being punished for the sins and disobedience of the people of Israel, but the king hoped that Elisha, with his connection to God, could intercede and end the suffering. The prolonged calamity made him believe the prophet had failed. Elisha, however, prophesied that the famine would end and there would be an abundance of food. That night, God made the Syrians flee, hearing an imaginary army approaching. The Syrians abandoned their camp, leaving behind abundant supplies, and the people quickly rushed to collect the spoils. Samaria was finally saved from famine, but the once prosperous and well-fortified city was left devastated, scarred both physically and psychologically. The suffering endured by the people was a vivid reminder that wrong choices can lead to devastating consequences. But this isn't the only macabre story echoing through the pages of Scripture. These biblical stories, despite their horror, serve as calls to reflect on the repercussions of our actions and to prioritize obedience to God as a safeguard against the suffering and adversities that disobedience and moral corruption can bring. When we live according to God's principles, we create an environment where human dignity is respected and compassion and justice prevail. May we learn from the past and always seek to live in a way that honors the Lord. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell so you'll get our updates first. Also, share with your friends to help spread this message. See you in the next video, and God bless you all.